morning, welcome to my channel. My name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and today is Stash Busting Saturday. And I've got a busy day ahead of me today because I've got a lot planned. I'm probably not going to get everything done, and certainly not in this video. But after the video, I will plow on and keep working. So today's plan, sorry, I should say hi to everybody. Nice to have you here. Welcome to all my new subscribers and to my existing subscribers too. So yeah, let's get started. It's warming up already. So my plan today is I want to make 2 tags. I want to make one with that left over there, and I want to make one with this left over here. And then I want to do 2 journal cards, one with this and one with this. So this is the backing I'm using. I know it's double printed. I do waste a lot of ink, I've got to be honest with you, because I don't think about what I'm doing before I do it. And I tend to print loads of stuff off and then, yeah, end up with ink on one side where I didn't need it. But never mind. Although actually thinking about it, on this occasion I do need it, because I am going to be bordering these. So they are going to have a little blue border around like so. And then obviously with them being tags and journal cards, you need writing space on the back. And I've just realised that's directional. I'm not sure that's going to fit on there now. Is it 3 1/4? I'm just going to get what I want out of that. So that's good. Right then, so I'm just going to make a start. This is really just a craft along if you want to join me. There's no real tutorial. It's just me getting on with my project. And yeah, I'll talk you through what I'm doing so that if you are new to journaling, at least you know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And if you've been around some time and you do your own thing anyway, you're probably going to get a bit bored. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. So the first thing I want to do is I want to do a tag out of this one. I want the total, I have written on the back here, look, this was from the Alice journal that I didn't use. So I am using my stashes up. So this one wants to be 3 1/4 by 6 3/4 at the point of finish. And bearing in mind, I'm going to have a little 1/8 of an inch border around. So I'm going to cut this at 3 1/4 to start with, which might be the first plan, mightn't it? And I have just noticed I've got a very faint bit around the edge there where it's not taken up the ink properly. So I might just trim that off. Just to... Did that actually do anything? No, because you weren't even on the thing. Oh, silly me. Where's my... I can't even see my little wire. It's there. You can't see the wire against the blue, can you? Maybe because it went underneath. Dolt. Oh, dear me. There we go. That did it. Tra-la. So, that's that little snicket offed. And let me just take this little snicket off of here too. There. And now we live in hopes that this is going to be big enough to get 2 pieces out of. Right. So 3 1/4, that's what I was doing, wasn't I? And it needs to be that way round ideally. So 3 1/4 needs to be the total end width. Really? That's not right. That's not right at all. 3 3/4. Oh, well, I've just wasted that bit. I'll have to use that for something else now. Oh, fiddly dee. So, measure once. No, measure twice. Cut once. Oh, dear. Did I get... Oh, I didn't do it right that time. What on earth is the matter with me? Right, Dawn, think about what you're doing because you're being a donut. Yes, I am. I have now not got what I wanted. shootleberries. Oh, fiddly dee, fiddly dum. That's really annoying now. What's this? Is that going to be big enough? It's not what I want though. Oh, I suppose. Yawnsville. Such an idiot, aren't I? Right, let's try and do this now. 3 3/4, Dawn. Let's just take that little edge off there again. Oh, seriously. Okay. Well, it just goes to show that anybody can make a mistake. I make loads of mistakes. So many. I don't even like to think about it. There we go. 3 3/4. That is the width I want. Okay. And the height I wanted was, where's it gone? 6 3/4. Now then, let's see if I can get this one right first time, because that would just be amazing, wouldn't it? 6 3/4. That's a boot there. Okie dokie. Alrighty, I'm just going to pop that piece in there. That is the size tag I require. Trolley low. Oh, I still need this, don't I? Because I'm still cutting. Oh dear, my brain is not in gear today, is it? It's a bit sad, really. Right then, I want to keep as much of this part of the design on as I possibly can. So, 3 3/4 would mean that I only want the actual design bit to be 3 1/2. So I reckon okay, so I'm going to take that off at about there, like so. Sorry, Fisher, just cut your body in half. And I want it to be, I said 3 1/2, didn't I? Yep, 3 1/2. I want it to be 3 1/2 wide. Let's see if we can get this one right first time, because I'm using my leftovers to do this with. So, okay. Well, that's a shame. I've lost the little seahorse. Never mind. Don't rightly matter none. And then I want, what do I want? 6 3/4 height, so I want 6 1/2 high. 6 1/2 high. Oh, I'm just going to take off the top of that as well. Right, does that make a nice enough journal card? Oh, I think so. Yes, with a little bit of embellishment on that, that'll look very pretty. So I'm going to go with that. Fewy Malooey got there in the end. Sad, isn't it, when you get old? Some might say I'm not old, but yeah, sometimes I do worry about my own self. Right then, I am, before I stick that on, because I'm going to just round the bottom corners because it's a tag, I'm just going to use this to just do the corner bits so that it marries up. Like so. And then I want to do the corner bits on this. Like so. Okay. And now that will sit in there very nicely and marry up. Now then, I could also cut those bits, couldn't I? Yes, I could. Now then, do I have a tag in here that I can use for template-ish. Yes, I do. Okay, let me cut this, because I'm actually quite rubbish at doing these little bits. I wonder if there's another one in there that has got different shape. There we go. I think that one's better. Yeah, I like that one better. I need to do myself some templates of these. People make templates out of them. I say out of credit cards, don't they? I could do that, couldn't I? Rather than faff about each time like this, but sometimes I'm just not very well organised. I tend to craft by the seat of my pants, to be perfectly honest. I know sometimes it looks like I might have planned things, but do you know what? Honestly, I actually haven't. I just have an idea and then I make it work. I do try and be a bit more organised. Since I've been doing my videos, I do try and be a little bit more organised. But as you can see, sometimes I'm not. Anyhow's up. Never mind, eh? I get there in the end. Now then, in theory, that should now stick down on there cutely. Ah, look at that. How nice does that look? Tra-la-la-la-la. Right. Oh, and sorry, I should have explained as well, if you're new, the trick of using another piece of heavier paper. This bit of paper is actually quite thin, so when you're using punches, sometimes it doesn't catch the paper properly because the paper's too thin. So if you put a little bit of backing behind it and then punch it, it does the job. So I always tend to have little bits like that next to me so that I can use them. Right, I am now going to just throw a bit of ink on here. Now, those of you that follow me will know that I won't ink this particular one on camera because my dauber is shedding and it just throws muck all over my desk. So I'm just throwing a little bit of ink around the edges just to take the core, the white core out. Not much of an edge, just, I'm not even sure you can see it, to be honest with you, but I've just put a little bit of an edge there. And I'm just going to take the white core off of this one as well. And then I will be with you again. I suppose I should have looked at the time I started again, shouldn't I, really? Never mind. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get. I'm just going to carry on just crafting normally on this video for about an hour. And then I'll call it a day. If there's any bits of it that I know are going to have to definitely be edited out, although with it just being a crafty day, there isn't, that shouldn't really need to, unless something really horribly goes wrong, which is always possible. Ink, no ink, I don't want ink, I want gloopy doopy doo, doopy doo. Yeah, so we're just having a little old crafty day. I am getting close to potentially sharing with you what I'm doing. I mean, you obviously know I'm working with the Ocean Spray kit or digital kit, but you don't know what it's going to be yet, do you? So I'm getting close to being able to share that with you, because I'm actually getting close to the point where I can't really do a lot more to this until I get, oh, don't crease. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, that's rubbish, isn't it? Well, I suppose it's not too bad. It'll do. It'll do the job. Okay. And I have this really heavy metal piece that I've started to use as a glue spreader, which seems to work really nicely. It's got a really decent bit of weight to it. It's a good old thick bit of metal, which is nice. Right then, so that's that. So I now need to put a little bit of a backing on, because I messed up my other piece that already had the backing on because I'm a donut. Now then, I've got in my cut-offs. That's just, I'd have been happy with that if it had just been marginally thicker. Marginally. Actually, would that work as a... That would actually work as a journaling space, wouldn't it? You could write on that easily enough. I'm going to use that, I think. I think I will use that. So let's cut this piece down to size. Here we go again, folks. Sieve of a brain, 3.5 by 6.5. 3.5 by 6.5. Yeah, I'll do it that way around. 3.5 tra by 6.5. I'll keep this little bit, might come in handy for backing something else, who knows? Who knows? Right then, so pulling my sleeves up. It's almost like I mean business, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to round those little bits at the bottom there. And that bit there. And going to cut these little bits off. One there. And one there. I didn't really do the positioning on this very well at all. Never mind. And I think those edges are a bit too wide, to be honest with you. But it'll do. It'll do. Amanda contacted me this morning to remind me what her saying was, and it's progress over perfection. So it did make me laugh, bless her. I could not remember the quote for the life of me the other day. It was driving me bonkers. Yeah, so it's progress over perfection. So it's not perfect, but it's progress, and that's what I'm staying with. And that's exactly what I'm telling you. Oh, it did make me laugh, bless her heart. If any of you haven't been over to Amanda's channel, she is Create with Scrimping Mummy. She's fabulous. Her work is just beautiful. This collection here is actually one of her collections, and she is the most supportive and lovely person that you will have the pleasure of dealing with. Now then, interestingly, that doesn't seem to marry up quite so nicely. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to take that down a little bit there. That's better. That's a nicer fit, isn't it? I'll do the same with that one. That's better. I'm happier with that now. So I shall do the same. Oh, I can't do the same, can I? Because I'm being an idiot. No, that's okay. That'll work now, won't it? Why is that too long? It's too long. How curious. I'm sure I cut that at the same size. I couldn't have done. Did I measure the wrong bit, people? I don't know even why I'm using that one. It's not even... No, 6.5. Oh, it is marginally too long. Ha! Well, who knew? I'll skim a little bit off it. So I want to take that, I'm going to take it to about there. It's probably a little bit too short now, but it's fine. It's only for journaling on, so it doesn't make too much odds-a-runio, does it? Ouch. Just got my thumb stuck in the punch then. There we go. Okay. Well, I guess somebody's just come to the door. The dogs are barking like mad. Get off. Right. How does that look now? Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Nice. We're going to stick that down and that'll be job done. Do I want to decorate it or do I want to just leave it as is? I'm not too sure right now, but I'll have a look at it when I put it together and then I'll decide if I'm doing anything else with it. Got some gunk building up on the glue gun. Get off. Right. Just going to squidge these little bits in a bit where there's little blobby bits too near the edge because I don't want it splurging out. Have I used the word splurge before? Have I used that as a technical term for the day? Don't know. We'll wait and see. If I don't give you a technical term for today, let me know. Oh, that's miles too low, Dawn. Let's get it up a bit before it dries. Scoochie, scoochie. There we go, perfect. Got a little old dirty mark there now. Love it. Okay. Bring in my little scoochie. Eee. If you feel that feels really nice now. Now then, I want to be a bit careful here because I don't want the glue to splurge out, because although it does dry clear, you can, if it's on a dark background, you can see it, which is a little bit annoying. Right then, that is done. Isn't that gorge? I wonder if I ought to put a little wordy bit up there. I've got some little word. I've got so many bits and pieces, honestly. I have been a bit mental, to be fair. Could put a little tab on it. I want a little wordy. A word. Kisses. I'm looking for something that I haven't got to cut out. Adventure. That's nice, isn't it? I like that. What's this one? Nautical adventure. Don't want the nautical. What else we got in here, folks? Look at all my bits. All my little bits. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, too big. Yeah, I try not to do too much decorating on camera because it takes me too long. Way, way, way too long. I'm sure it must get awfully boring. Okay, we're going to go with that. And probably, do I want to put that tag on, folks? I'm not sure. Do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? I've got loads lots of tags cut out, you know, or tabs, tabbers, not tags, tabs. And I'm blowed if I know what I've done with them. Oh well, that one will be nice. Right, stop messing about or you're not going to get anything done. Already been a good 20 minutes. And all you've done is cut one tag out so far. So just get on with it. Okay. Oh, come along. There we go. Okay, now then, I'm going to seat that about there. It's nice. Oh, got an itchy eye. And I'm going to cut that about there. Yes. And cut that about there. Oh, that's not at all straight, is it? I'm not sure I like it. I don't like it. Oh no. I dug out my little mini trimmer as well because I couldn't remember what I'd done with it. It is pretty rubbish, to be fair. I don't like this one. I need a nice shiny new one. Guys, my birthday's coming up. My daughter, and not that my daughter will be watching this, but my granddaughter will, and she can tell my son, I need a new trimmer. Oh, come out. Come out, wherever you are. See a fine lady who fell from a star. There we go. She fell from a star, she fell very far. About there. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? That's better. Yes. That's much better. I will hang on to that little piece because I might need that for something. Put that over there. Okay. I'm just going to take a little bit more of that off. And now I'm going to just try and do a little banner. I'm not very good at these, to be fair. There's an awful lot of things I'm not very good at. I tend to bluff my way through. There. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, happy with that. I'll just nick off those little edges there. Uno. Duo. I'm going to throw a bit of ink around. Bear with. I shouldn't say that really, should I? Throw a bit of ink around. It gives the impression that I'm in my room just chucking ink everywhere. I'm not, I can assure you. Right then, this mat, I love the colour of it, but it was the worst thing ever for crafting. I have to literally wash this down every day. It drives me bonkers. Now then, pop that on there. That looks nice. Yay! You see, things always come together in the end. Patience is a virtue, you know. I have been known to do things over and over again to get the look I want, but... Oh, I nearly dropped it then. Right then, so we want that... Oh, between the fishes. I don't want to cover a fishy up. There we go. That's nice. Like that. Yay. And now I just want to put a few little pretty bits. Where's my pretty bits gone? Oh no, I've lost my pretty bits. Oh, found him. Yeah, look. thought can you see on, I'm just going to check I am recording. Yeah. On here there's like little splashes, and I'm just going to put some of these little pearlized little bits just on where the splashes are. I think would be quite cute, don't you? Not millions, but just a few. One there, one there, I think one there. I'm going to put one there, and then we'll do something else, I guess. Okay, I want a nice biggish one on that one because that's quite a big splash. Lovely. And then I'm going to go with that size on there. Lovely. And I've got some teeny weeny ones there, haven't I? They're pretty too. Gonna go with that one there. I want one of these. I think I will, you know, I'm gonna have one of those little baby ones on there. Okay, so I've now got 4 little ones on there, and I'm just going to put a few of the little ones just coming up like little bubbles almost. So one there, and one there, I think. I'm going to just take a little bit of that glue off there because there's way too much there for those little ones. Get off. Okay, it's very warm today. Right, I'm going to pop that one on there. Ooh, got the shapes. And that one on there. And this one on there. Lovely. Oh, I think that looks really pretty. So we've got a few little like bubbles almost, and then they're just drifting up, which I think is gorgeous. That's that one done. I'm happy with that. So that's one tag done. So about half an hour, I suppose. For me, that's good going, really. So I'll move that over there to dry, and I'll come back and show you that at the end. Oh, I forgot to put my tab on. Do I want a tab on it? Do I or don't I is the burning question. I don't know. I'm going to leave that for now. I might put a ring, a little eyelet in it. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to leave that until I decide what I want to do with that. Okay. Right. Next on the agenda, let's do these journal cards. Now the journal cards, I'd quite like them to be about 5x7s. I'd like the design to be 5x7, so and these are just going to be, oh mind you, Mange 2 Rodney. I think this one's going to need to be a little bit bigger. This one probably is going to need to be about 7.5. Yeah, have I got enough room on there to do 7.5? Yes, I have. And this is already backed very nicely with journal type paper. So I'm going to just take that little bit off there. And I said I wanted it 5x7, didn't I? So I need to take a bit off the edge as well. So I'm going to trim that just to about there, which is just to the edge of that windowsill, just coming out there. Like so. And now if I do 5-inch, Where does that take me to? Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that, I think. I might just bring it out just the tiniest little bit to there. Gonna pop that in there. I think I'm going to take a little bit more off this side. So the little bit that I saved myself over here, I'm going to take off of this side. It's literally, as you can see, the tiniest little slither. But I do think it makes a difference. There we go. Okay, now I wanted it to be about 7 inches. I think I might take it off the top rather than the bottom because I want to save the, what's this birdie? Seagull. Oh, no, I said we were going to go bigger on this one, didn't I? I said 7.5. Is that going to give me enough clearance? I might even just go a tad more. 7 3/4. Have I got enough there to do 7 3/4? That will take that to... I just need to work out my dimensions because it can't be too big for where it's going. So 7 3/4 will take that to 8. I'm not sure. Bear with me. I'm just going to measure up where this is going. Okay, that might just work. It's going to be a big old beast. A big old beast. Okay, I'm happy with the design. It's going to be a big old beast of a journal card. Right, so that was... Now this is where I really need to concentrate on my cutting so that I don't get it wrong. Right, that's 7 3/4, so I want the depth to be 8 inches. And in actual fact, I'm going to cut the width first because I can use the other piece, can't I? Yes, so this is 5, so I want it to be 5 1/4. Yeah, 5 1/4 wide, which is there. And that will give me another piece for another journal card, which is fabulous. And then, oh, I don't like it when it slams down like that. 8 there. Take that off there. Okay. Now then, if I have measured correctly, that fits in there rather lovely jubbly, don't you think? Nice. We like it. And then I'll have the blue border around there, and then I've got the journaling space on the back, which is fabulous. And I don't think... It's not really directional, but I think I prefer it up that way. Probably is directional, and that's why I prefer it up that way. Right, so lovely jubbly. And I am going to put a pretty fluted corner edge to this, just because I can. Oh, actually, rather than use that, I could do both of these together, couldn't I? Which would make a lot more sense, Dawn, and then you're not doubling up on what you're doing. Okay, pop that in there, and oh, pretty. Now that will go down there. That looks nice, doesn't it? Yes, it does. That's exactly what I'm telling you. That's that one. Okay, that's lovely. Now, do I just want to round those edges? Yes, I do, because I think if I had all full corners done like that, I think it would be a bit too much, in my personal opinion. So, I'm going to round that with a 10mm corner rounder. And I've not lost too much of the design there, which is nice. And I'm going to round that one with a 10mm. Lovely. Let me just get these bitty bits out of the way. And then that's going to go on there, like so. How gorgeous does that look? That looks so cute. Love it. Right then, let's get it all stuck down. Bring your book in, Dawn, like a good girl. Don't get it all over your desk. Okay, we're going to go around here, up here. Scooch that around there. Right. See if we can get it down without too much aggravation. Nearly. Okay, I think that's about it there. So, oh, I've got a little bit of leakage. Get off. Oh, got some more leakage. Get off, get off, get off. There we go. Okay, just wipe off my leakage before it makes a mess. That is gorgeous. I love that. Really do. I think that's so pretty. Now then. I know it's a journal card and we need to be able to, while I'm talking, I'm just going to ink around the edge if I can, if I've got some ink on my dauber. This ink pad is rubbish. I am so disappointed with it. It's getting on my nerves, to be fair. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I know it's a journal card and therefore I can't have too many bumpy bits on it because otherwise you won't be able to journal on it, would you? But I do want to put a few little pretty bits on it to make it look nice. Do what you do. Okay, so that's that done. Let's have a look and see. I'd like a little bit of a word on there as well, actually. I think any owls ups. Any owls me ups. Right, where are my words? Did I put them away? Suppose I must have done. Oh, that was silly, wasn't it? I've got kisses, I've got nautical. Nautical would be nice on there. Although, does it actually? Oh, I could put it. That's rather cute there, isn't it? On the bucket. That's nice. I don't think nautical wishes works, do you? Maybe not. I seem to have run out of my words, to be fair. Oh, mermaid. Mermaid's perhaps not quite the word I'm looking for there. So I just dropped a bit on the floor. I'm just picking it up. I have got some smaller ones here that I haven't cut out yet. What shall I use? I quite like I'm going to go with Miss Starfish. And I'm only going to use the starfish as well. So it should be starfish wishes, I believe, but I don't think I'm going to get all of that on that little labely bit there. So I'm going to just quickly trim this out. This size, by the way, was printed 2 to a page, just in case you were wondering. If you're thinking that you've got the kit yourself and yours look a lot bigger, these were printed 2 to a page, this particular one. The word, that is, I'm talking about, not the actual design. This was actually just the normal size print. I'll mess that up a bit. Nobody will know if you don't tell them. There we go. Love it. Right then, let me pop those words up there because I'll end up looking for them again and won't be able to find them. Just going to throw that little bit of ink about again, all over my room. There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to pop that. Oh, look, that's cute. I like it. I like that. Let me just pop that. And I don't think it needs backing because that's kind of a label in itself, isn't it? Do you know what would have been a really clever idea if I'd have thought about it? I could have put a little slit in that and put in one of the big starfishes, couldn't I? That would have been cute. Never mind. I'll maybe think about that for another one. Okay, so that's that. Now then, I just want some kind of little pretty bits, not too big. Now, they could be in here quite a long time because, yeah, trying to find anything in there. Yeah, that's too big. Too big. I was doing this the other day. It took me an hour to find what I was looking for. Don't worry, I'm not going to take an hour. Absolutely not going to take an hour. I'm just going to have a quick look, and if I can't find what I'm looking for, I will come back to it off camera because, yeah, you really don't want to be sitting here for an hour watching me diving through little gems, because that ain't no fun, you know. I've just thought I've got these here. What size are they? Oh, they'll do. There we go. I don't have to rummage at all, do I? Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm going to use these. Oh, little star one's just fallen out. Let me pop that over there. Sorry if I just got my big head in the way. Right, so these are very pretty. I want to put... Do I want them random or do I just want to put 3 down the side? I think I'm going to pop one there, and one there. And yum, yum, yum. I'm going to use green on those 3. Oh, where did that ping to? There. I think I might like to put another couple of those on there, actually. That's too big a blob. Just a tiny little blob there, and I think that'll do, just that one. Get off. That one there. And then I'm going to put 3. 1, 2, 3. hopefully I've put those far enough apart. Oh, I can't get these off. All right, stuck on, get off. Oh, that was nowhere near on the glue. Let's try and put it on the glue, Dawn, shall we? There we go, lovely. 1, 2. They have actually got a gluey back, but yeah, I never trust them, to be honest with you. Don't know how long it would actually last if it was just the glue on the back of them. That'll do. There we go. Just to add a little bit of je ne sais quoi, shall we say. I don't know what I'm talking about. There we go. Do I like that? I'm going to just want to pop a little bit down this side so that it doesn't look all one-sided, because we've got the word that side, we've got the gems that side, got nothing over here. So I'm just going to bring it together a little bit, I think. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Very pretty. Like that. Nice. That's that journal card done. So that's that one done. Smashing. So that's a journal card and a tag done. And you know what, guys? I think I'm going to call it a day, because I know I haven't been the hour, but it's going to take me longer than 10 minutes to do another card. And I'm conscious about keeping you all, to be fair. I love this little guy. He's cute, isn't he? Got a little pink stars crept in there. We don't want that. Okay, so that's it. So what have we done? Let me show you the other one. What did I do with it? It's here. So we have got lovely journal card, which isn't a journal card, it's a tag. One of these days I'll get things right. So that's a tag, just made from scraps, and I've just backed it with the blue stripe because I messed up cutting it properly in the first instance. And then we've got this little journal card. This is a journal card, and that's just backed again, just with some cut-offs. These were both made out of cut-offs that would have otherwise maybe just got left in my stash, or eventually found their way to the bin. They wouldn't have found their way to the bin, not with me, but I'm guessing with other people they probably would have. But I've made use of them, and I think they're very pretty. That's it for today. I will see you all for Mishmash Monday. It's probably going to be a bit of the same, to be fair, but who knows. Have a lovely weekend and see you Monday. Take care, everybody. Bye.